If you've ever been knuckle deep inside your favorite firearm and then that nasty old bolt closed on your thumb out of nowhere, smashing it to smithereens, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Guys, like and comment. The comment section below is totally under control and very reasonable, so please, let's try and keep it that way. Ladies, gentlemen, and Apache helicopters, the biggest supporter of our channel right now is Old Fat Daddy Unlimited. They're like the Dollar Tree of the gun world. So please make sure and give them your patronage. And as for the show today, good morning, Internet! This is the Old Fat Dad. Today I want to look at some 12 gauge ammo that I've never seen before. It's by Federal. It's called the Force X2 or the Force times 2 down there. And as you can see, this is Buckshot, but it looks like some Christmas jingle bells rather than normal Buckshot. And the reason for that is that this is actually segmented Buckshot 12 gauge ammo. The theory is that it'll hit a target, break into two, I guess, and that's the times 2 of the name. Anyways, it looks like a regular old shot shell there, nothing special going on. So I figured I'd put it to the test, see if it actually performs as advertised. Boy, everything is wet and messy out here today. Excuse me, I gotta put stuff in weird places. So I went ahead and bought, oh crap, come on. Oh lordy. Oh, 25 pounds of my ballistic modeling clay. And we're gonna go ahead and shoot this with the fancy ammo and we'll see what kind of results we get. Alright, I got the old trusty, rusty Kel-Tec KS7 12 gauge, 18-inch barrel, bullpup pump action shotgun craziness here. And you know, since this is a science channel, let's go ahead and set a control group here. Let's shoot a round of just regular old Buckshot. Let me see if I can pop one out here. Yep, come on, baby. So we got S&B 12 gauge Buckshot, and we're gonna go ahead and hit that clay with one round of this, and then we'll switch it over to the fancy segmented ammo. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Regular Buckshot first. Oh man, that was quite the hit. Woo! Let's check out the damage. All right, so as I'm going to show you here, this put a big old hole in the front of the clay. It's a short-range Buckshot round to the face there. It's gonna leave quite the impression. Looks like it just kind of bumped out the back. Let me do a little dissection here. And didn't do a whole lot of damage out the back. We got a couple rounds of Buckshot that just kind of bounced off there. And let's take note of these because we're gonna compare what we find here with what we find with the fancy segmented stuff. All right, one round of the fancy stuff coming up. Whoo! You know what? That didn't kick as bad as the regular Buckshot. Let's go take a look at the damage. All right, here's the hole with the fancy Buckshot, and it looks like there is a good bit more expansion on the inside. This is kind of like a, I don't know, like a balloon in there rather than just a straight tunnel shot through like the Buckshot did. First thing I'm going to notice here, it's the back side of it, is that there is no penetration all the way through. This segmented stuff seems to penetrate a good bit less than the regular Buckshot. Let's put her down and take another look inside. All right, here is it broken in half, and it looks like the segmented fancy stuff went about halfway through. I can see one of the pieces here, and it did indeed segment. That's half a chunk right there. So I think it would be safe to say we got about half the penetration of the Buckshot. The damage is maybe a little bit more, but I don't want to say that it is a significant amount more. It's hard to really say that this did more damage than the regular Buckshot. So what we can say is that although it penetrated about half as much as our Buckshot, it looks like it did as much damage as the Buckshot, maybe a little bit more, to the depth that it did penetrate. And it did segment for whatever that's worth. It looks like the damage wasn't, you know, twice as much as regular buckshot. Blah, blah, blah. And here is a picture of all the segmented pieces of buckshot that came out of the clay, and they all seem to do exactly that. They did segment, and just as comparison, here are the regular normal buckshot pellets. Normal, segmented, normal, segmented. Why use segmented buckshot? What is the point here? It seems a little bit gimmicky to me, and I'll tell you the one thought that just kept on popping up in my head is, if you don't want a whole lot of penetration, but you still want a lot of damage, why don't you just use pellets that are half the size of the buckshot? And then you'd have pre-segmented pellets, right? Anyhow, that's it for this test. Just a quick look at some of the only kind of ammo I could actually find in these crazy times. It looks kind of neat. I'm all about innovation. That's my take on it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing, and we'll see you next time.